What's up, guys? Welcome back to the Minecraft Pocket Edition Survival Guide series. This is episode 11. Before we get started on today's adventure, I wanted to show you guys what I have done so far. Like I was saying a couple episodes before, I wanted to cover up these farms with buildings, which I did. This building right here is gonna be like a flower shop. When it comes to me trying to hide farms, I like to add buildings to try to hide them, or to hide the contraptions because I don't like having a contraption sticking outside like that, you know? Last episode, I collected every single flower type. And the reason why did that is because I want to use every single flower for the decorations and for color dyes as well. I have most of them, but not all of them, because I do need to combine to make more. So I made an item sorter for each individual flower type, and they're all gonna be organized they're all gonna be organized to their chest. I don't like having to put things individually at a time. So with this item sorter, it comes through and it helps out so much. It's the same concept of how we do the item sorting a couple episodes before. What I did right here is a my item unloader. And what it does is every time I collect something, these power rails turn off and the minecart gets stuck right there, and then everything's gonna get funneled into the dropper that we did. It's the same concept what we did with the wool farm, where all the items go up and then they go into an hopper. This is our cactus farm. It's working well, as you can see. Like I said, I don't need, to me it's not about how fast it goes as long as it works. This is the sea pickle farm, and I covered it with some tower looking building. Basically, I don't know how to describe it. I'm not gonna lie to you guys, it did take me a while to come up with the design, and the way to collect all this stuff is just by going over here. Have everything ready to go right here, and I didn't really change nothing much. All I did was just made a building. I like how this place is turning out. It looks like its own little small village. We're basically gonna fill these up with useful buildings, and it's gonna basically make a little small village of itself. Yeah, like I was saying, guys, everything is all for convenience and to make it easier for ourselves. I did forgot to mention about not today's, or a couple of days ago. Basically, a couple of days ago, there was an update for Minecraft. Basically, what happened was they released Render Dragon to all Minecraft devices and like other sorts of media like Nintendo Switch and things like that. Basically, shaders no longer work due to the new Render Dragon engine. Unfortunately, I had a couple episodes planned of wanting to do shaders and like world tours with shaders, and I had a couple plans to do with add-ons and all that. But unfortunately, with the new Render Dragon, it is not possible anymore. Basically, the community is a little upset. The developers did say they want to implicate some sorts of that type of capability to the community, but as of right now, that's not really the priority as they're making it seem. The reason why I brought it up to attention is because I'm one of those people that like to use shaders to basically change the aesthetic of my world so I could have fun. But nonetheless, hopefully they bring those capabilities back, or allow the Render Dragon engine to be modded or some things like that. What we're gonna do for today's episode is we're gonna make a Nether hub, and we are also gonna make a Magma Farm. Reason why we're gonna make a Magma Farm, we could use magma creams to make magma blocks, but not also that. Magma cream can be used to make fire resistant potions and other things like that for the brewing stand. I want you guys to get some redstone repeaters, comparators, some redstone torches, some redstone dust, observers, some droppers, and some power rails, some regular rails, any solid block that you want, and a minecart with a hopper. So now that you guys got all that stuff, I am gonna head to my nether. If you're wondering why do I have these iron tools, it's because I left my other tools in the nether. Because you can lose your stuff in the nether like nothing, and it could be a mess. Not unless you have netherite. If you have netherite, you can go ahead and go to nether, and you could basically get killed in the lava and not lose your stuff. One thing I didn't mention is to make a magma farm, you do need to go to a bastion revenant, or you do need to go to a bastion basically. Luckily for me, I spawned right in front of a bastion, That's why I'm creating this magma farm. I'm also gonna make a nether hub in my bastion. Reason why I want a nether hub here is because we do need a nether hub eventually, and I like these blocks. I'm not gonna lie to you. I'm basically trying to make a good looking bastion, basically a bastion at its prime. And I did take the liberty to try to customize the most I can. Basically, this is gonna be my nether hub. This whole bastion is gonna be my nether hub, and I haven't put a portal in here yet, but eventually when I'm done making this, I am gonna make the portal. Alright, so what I have here basically is the magma spawner. Reason why I have the magma spawner covered up like this is because you cannot use any light source to basically stop magmas from spawning. To cover up this magma spawner efficiently, what you want to do is go to the middle of the spawner. You can stand on top of the spawner if you want, and then start placing 4 blocks in each direction. And then I want to go ahead and try to cover them up like this. So because basically the spawner has a circle radius on where magmas will spawn, then make sure you put blocks on top of the spawner as well and in the bottom, so none of them will fly out or anything like that. The magma spawner is a hassle to cover, and if you don't do it right, you are gonna fall in lava and you're gonna lose your stuff, because all this is lava. If it's something like this, the whole bottom floor is gonna be lava. To achieve something like this, what I did right here, I did have to use some fire resistant potions. If you want to watch Pro Gaming, you can go ahead and watch him, because this is basically, I got this design from him, and he's also another content creator for Bedrock Edition. I also forgot to give him a shout out on my last episode with the flower farm. The first flower farm that I made was his design. I just completely forgot to give him a mention, and I just feel so bad because he deserves some recognition as well. If you want to go ahead and watch his channel, by all means. Once you already have that figured out, you should have a 15 by 15 box area like this. And so once you already create a 15 by 15 box area, you're gonna wanna have to dig down 8 blocks. The reason why we're going down 8 blocks is because on the 8th block, this is my 8th block right here, we're gonna place rails and a minecart hopper going right here. And once you already have a room like this, I'm gonna show you what to do next. Before I get started, I do want you guys to make this something like this, because it is gonna take a cool minute. It did take me a good minute to put my blocks like this, then to cover the floor and like stop the lava from flowing, because all this is nothing but lava. It's nothing but a lava lake in the bottom. So yeah, go ahead and do what I just did right now, and then I'm gonna show you what we're gonna do next. Well, now what we're gonna do is we're gonna start placing our redstone contraptions. But first, if you want, you can go ahead and pause it right here and basically try to get all the items that you see right here, because this is basically all the essentials that we need for now. But I still need a couple more things, because I'm gonna try to cover up the empty spots with glass. But if you don't want to do that, go ahead. Now that you're in here, go ahead and grab one of the droppers, align yourself wherever you're gonna place them, and I'm gonna go ahead and place a hopper like this. I'm gonna try to place 2 hoppers like this. Now that you place your droppers, go ahead and place a hopper going in the dropper in the bottom. Go ahead and get rid of these blocks. I'm gonna head and make about, I think I'll make about 3. So 1, 2, 3. The reason why we're doing 3 is because I don't want my minecart hopper to be overfilled with anything. What you can do next is you can go ahead and place hoppers. You can place the 3 power rails like this, and place these rails. And you're gonna want to place these rails like this. So we're gonna skip one, and we're gonna place power rail right here as well, another one like that. Basically, you're just going all the way up and down until you reach the end over there. So I'm gonna go ahead and try to fill this up, and then we're gonna move on to the next part. Now that I placed all my rails and my power rails, you should have something like this, and it's gonna be all evenly out, and when the minecart hopper hits right here, it's gonna go back and forth. You can go ahead and place a minecart hopper. You could place this wherever you want, doesn't really matter. I'm gonna place it right here for now. And next, you can go ahead and use any type of block. Doesn't really matter, because I'm gonna go ahead and try to cover the most up. I'm gonna go ahead and try to cover the most I can. And to power these power rails, you can go ahead and use a block of redstone. It's way easier to use redstone blocks because sometimes you can't place levers on certain places. And with the redstone block, you can place it on top of the rails and it's gonna activate it. I'm gonna do the same thing right here. Now that you placed all that redstone, your minecart hopper should be going back in. Your minecart hopper should be going back and forth like this. Now that you guys got that down, we're literally almost done with the farm. We just need a couple more essentials. I already went ahead and cover up the walls with glass because, like I said, I like seeing through the farm. Now that we got this filled up, what we can do next is, when it comes to magma cubes trying to hit iron golems, for some reason they cannot hit him. And we're going to be using the iron golems to our advantage, basically, because it is a little bug. You don't have to do this part, but I'm going to do this because I'm going to have iron golems. Basically, what I'm going to do right here is I'm going to have a little aesthetic, like a little volleyball court, because magma cubes are magma cubes and they're just going to be bouncing around like a volleyball, basically. But that's what I'm gonna do. You don't really have to do this part, but what you need to do is, now we can start placing our iron golems. Place 2 iron golems right here. Now that we have our iron golems in there, we can go ahead and start breaking the blocks for the magma cube. Basically, come to the middle of the farm, place 2 blocks on top. And the reason why is because sometimes magma cubes will spawn on top of this, and we don't want that to happen. So start breaking all these blocks. This is why I was saying it is pretty difficult trying to cover up the magma farm, because these guys spawn like a lot. Try to break the blocks as quick as you can from the magma spawner, so you won't have to deal with it. Finally got the blocks out of the magma spawner, and now all our magmas are spawning. And then our minecart with a hopper is collecting everything. And it's gonna be dropping everything in this dropper. Now to collect items into chests and all that, what we can do next is very simple. I'm gonna go ahead and place 3 chests right here, because this is where I want my item to be collected at. Now, if you want to know how I'm gonna send those items up there, I'm gonna make a little item elevator with the droppers. I'm gonna place droppers going on top of each other like this until we reach the last one. Once you reach the top part, it doesn't matter how many chests you have, as long as if you reach the last chest, go ahead and place the dropper like this. We're gonna make a little redstone contraption to send our items up there. So make sure you have the observers, some redstone dust, some torches, some repeaters, some comparators, and some solid blocks. Make this item elevator. Now we're gonna put a comparator. It's gonna detect that there's stuff in there, which we do. And next, we're gonna have a solid block right here. And then we're gonna put a repeater right here. And then we're gonna place redstone dust like this. And then we're gonna put this on 1 tick. Another piece of redstone right here. Go ahead and place another solid block right here. And it's gonna make a little clock. And now we're gonna place another solid block right here. Redstone repeater like this. And then redstone dust like this. Now our items are gonna be going into the second dropper. Now what we can do is make sure you have some observers, and we're gonna place them like this. Make sure the face is facing out. Keep placing observers until you reach the very top. We're gonna place another observer like this, a redstone torch on top. So once we put that redstone torch on top, we're gonna keep repeating the same process. Another observer, redstone torch. It doesn't matter if it ends on a redstone torch or an observer, as long as you have this contraption made like this. You can start placing solid blocks. We're gonna place a solid block right here. We're gonna place solid blocks all going into our droppers. Now the final part is you can start placing the hoppers like this. Now that we place those hoppers, we're basically done with the farm. What we can do is you start placing the items in there. And all of our items should be going to the very top now. If your items are not going in there like slowly, make sure that one of the droppers is not overfilled with anything. Well, I mean, with overfilled, it doesn't have any items. And if it is, just go ahead and grab them out of that second dropper or third, and then place it on the first one, and then everything should be going up the dropper elevator. If you guys want more in-depth details on how these item elevator droppers work, I will recommend watching Silent Whisper, because I did get this idea from Silent Whisper. And like I said a couple episodes, he is another Bedrock content creator. He actually goes into more in-depth details on what he can use and etc. How wrestle mechanics works and other sorts of things like that. So I'll recommend watching Silent Whispers if you want to get to know how to make more complicated items. If you guys want to learn anything more about these item elevators and stuff like that, I'll recommend watching Silent Whisper. If you're having a problem like this, like magma cubes are getting stuck right there, I'll recommend putting fences or a slab so they won't spawn on top, because that's how they will spawn. And that's why I built the second platform on top of the first, because some of them would actually spawn out and then it would just be out here and it would be a total mess. Nonetheless, we are done with the magma cube farm. It did take a while to make this hole and all that, but once you got that down, it's really easy and simple. If you don't want to make this item elevator, you can make the minecart hopper just go up another rail system into the chest, and that's pretty much it. But like I was saying, I'm trying to show you guys good methods on what to do on your world and how you can utilize and how you could become a technical redstone maker to make these type of contraptions. I'm gonna try to finish up this bastion. Like I said, I'm gonna make this into a base, but it is gonna take me a while. So once I'm done with this, I am gonna show you what's gonna happen next. So what I did right here was basically try to make all these stairs go up in one place, and I should have thought a little bit more on how I wanted these things to look, but nonetheless, as we already got it done. And it takes us all the way to the exit of our bastion. Sometimes when you're trying to vision something, it don't come out how it looks, but nonetheless, we got it done. And also, our magma cube farm is completely working and functional. We have about 6 stacks almost. One thing I forget about these guys is that if you do open a chest right in front of them, they will get angry. Regardless of you having a golden helmet, they still will get angry. We are finished with our little bastion transformation. This is my little farm, and then also this bastion is gonna come through as well, because I'm gonna be trying to make a piglin farm next episode. So I did say I did wanted to make this bastion into a base. I mean, which technically it is, but I wanted to have my nether portal somewhere around here. But the fact that you can only place there's only a certain distance on where you can place nether portals, and sometimes when you place them on a different location, the nether portal will not be linked to the other portal that you have, and it will take you to a different spot. I had to figure out what was the closest I could have set my portal, and if you see these stairs, yeah, this is leading to my portals. Sometimes it can be a total mess when you're trying to place these portals, and also too, when you place a lot of portals, it does create more lag on your world. The reason why it creates lag sometimes, or it takes up storage, is because sometimes you're also loading in new chunks. And like I was saying, we're trying to limit our surroundings so we won't load in too many chunks, and it won't take up as a lot of storage on our phone. Especially with the new Render Dragon update, things have been pretty laggy. But I'm so far so good at my end. And where I'm at right now, I'm basically in my portal location that takes me to my end gateway. So we're gonna go ahead and go in here. My portal didn't change anything. My original portal for my end gateway location is still right here. What I also wanted to show you was my other location. I'm gonna try to decorate the most I can, so it won't look as bad as just having nothing but netherrack everywhere. But this is my other portal location that takes me to my house. So the portal that we just went through leads to our first spawn location. So I did have my portal right here, but I'm gonna change it up eventually. And our iron farm is working. It's constantly giving us iron. Our villagers are okay. When it comes to making nether bases, sometimes it doesn't go according to plan. So this is why I wanted to show you what I did with my portal location, because if you want to put a portal, you have to know where you're gonna link it. There are other methods on trying to link portals and all that. I'm pretty sure you guys know how to do it, and I'm not really the best explainer. Those people that know how to link their portals and etc., I'll recommend watching them, because they will help in the long run when it comes to trying to link portals. So next episode, what we're gonna do is we're gonna go to our nether structure and our nether fortress, and then we're gonna make a base we're gonna make a base there as well. And also we're gonna make a blaze farm and a piglin farm. But our piglin farm is not gonna be located at our nether fortress. I'm gonna try to set it up somewhere around here on this side, because I don't want to go all the way a good distance and etc., if you guys understand. Our nether fortress, sometimes piglins don't spawn, and I've been having piglins spawn right here on this side or on my other side, and I could just take those guys and get them trapped in our little contraption that we're gonna make for our piglin bartering trade, basically. Till then, I'm gonna have to try to finish all this up the most I can, and then next episode we're gonna get started with making the piglin farm first, and then we're gonna go to our nether fortress, make the base, and then we're gonna make a blaze farm as well, and then eventually we're gonna make a wither farm or other things like that could be useful to us. But now, guys, we are at the end of the episode. I want to say thank you to all my subscribers. We are now at 31 subscribers. That means a lot, so much to me. I appreciate every single one of you guys. You know, like, I'm not doing these videos for myself. I'm doing this for the community, because I really don't see like the Minecraft developers or etc. put that much recognition for the mobile players. Mobile is a different experience than playing on console and PC, because we're using our fingers. I get that it's the same game for Bedrock. Well, technically Pocket Edition is Bedrock, but as I was saying, playing on your mobile device is a way different experience than playing on a controller or on PC. Hopefully when there's new beta features drop, like the new touch control setups or the touch UI, whatever they're gonna do, hopefully it comes sooner, so we can all have a better experience when playing on our mobile. Yeah, guys, let me know. Feel free to comment. Let me know anything. Like and share. My name's Animated Didi, and I catch you on the next one. Later, y'all.